now let's really talk about, what is it you really sell, but then now let's talk about, the method you use to sell, right? The automation, there's one-to-one, there's one-to-many, but everything is all based on the foundation of it all is the ADA model. So make a decision in terms of what is it that we actually sell? What is the transformation? What's that one transformation that you help your clients achieve? So I am 12 years old. It's a little bit after 7 p.m. and I'm standing on the line playing wide receiver. And this is the crisp wintry day, right? Right. First week of January. And I'm about 12, almost 13 years old. And I used to grow up watching Chris Carter play. He's a wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, where I grew up. And I would run like him, you know, uh, do my routes like him, try to catch like him. And that reminded me this past weekend, yesterday, or a couple days ago, the Super Bowl just happened, right? And I used to, I mean, literally like look forward to watching the Super Bowl. And quite honestly, I believe most people in the world, adults, mainly children, loved watching the Super Bowl. I know I did, but I watched it for one reason. I watched it because here are these guys, right? Coaches, players, they played, they worked hard all their life for this one moment to play in the Super Bowl, right? To win that Lombardi trophy. And the NFL was a place where transformation happened. Kids who had dreams of being the wide receiver, being the quarterback, being the running back, those dreams came true. So transformation. I believe that the NFL, in terms of selling, what they actually sell is transformation, and it's not that same way for a while actually. The Super Bowl has become very transactional, right? Has become Super Bowl, very political. It has become a place where people use it to deliver their message. It's the halftime show. It's the commercials, right? That people pay millions and millions upon millions of dollars to watch. That is essentially what the Super Bowl has become very transactional. And the reason why I bring this up is because before we get into, the method you use to sell, right? Whether it be, automated one-to-one or one-to-many, let's really first make a decision in terms of what is it that we actually sell? What is the transformation? What's that one transformation that you help your clients achieve first? And then you can choose the vehicle in which you sell the thing that you sell, right? So for example, my transformation is to help my clients achieve freedom, right? My thing's freedom. It's all about freedom. Why? Because imagine you are 5 years old. You at first you hear gunshots, and then you see gunshots, and then our canoe flips, right? And now we're in the water. I'm on my mom's back, swimming across the Mekong River, escaping our country of Laos to Thailand. We nearly spent a year in the refugee camp waiting to be approved to come to America. When we arrived, we had nothing, and I watched my parents rely on the government assistance like welfare and food stamps and housing assistance for about 6 months until they realized that the American dream was within reach if they worked hard enough. I watched them work literally after that, work two full-time jobs Monday through Friday, another full-time job on the weekend for 4 years just to save enough money to buy their very first house. So freedom is one of my things that I love helping people achieve because I didn't have a lot of it, right? Even myself, I felt like my parents didn't have freedom. They always worked hard. When I found out that if I worked hard, I can actually achieve the American dream as well. And I worked and saved at a very young age, saved a lot of money for myself, paid for my own car, buy my own house, paid for my own college. And finally, at 2005, had enough money to actually start my own business. And as an entrepreneur of like 13 years from 2005 to 2017, 18, I felt like I also didn't have a lot of freedom. I felt like I was working for my business. I was a slave for my business instead of my business working for me. So in 2018, I decided to kind of shift on how I was an entrepreneur. Now it's been this December was my 20th year as an entrepreneur. And in the last 6 years have been amazing. I've achieved the freedom that I've always sought, that I've always wanted to, automate my business, run my business from anywhere in the world, just like I have now, right? You guys hear, hopefully you guys can hear me and not the background here. I'm actually at ClickFunnels right now, right? So the background that you guys hear back there is all those crazy funnel hackers out there, and they're screaming and hollering. So I'm here in Vegas, and I just got back from Singapore last week. And I was at an event this last week as well. Right away, when soon I got back, at one of my coaches, Bo Eason, for storytelling, and then here I am in Vegas right now at Funnel Hack Live. It starts today, and we'll be going for the rest of the week. And then we're gonna actually decided to stay in Vegas for the next 3 weeks after this, right? So I have been able to achieve freedom in my life, my business, my relationship, time, money. And so basically, what I sell, my transformation that I help my clients achieve is freedom. And I call, when people ask me, what do I do? What is it that you actually do? And I say, I help our clients become anywhere entrepreneurs, right? So I help our clients become anywhere entrepreneurs, where you can be an entrepreneur from anywhere in the world, right? So that you can live what I call the laptop lifestyle, so that you can live, you can work, you can earn from anywhere. That is the transformation. That is what I sell. And that's what I'm good at selling, because I've been able to achieve that as well. So my question too, before we get into all the methods of what you use to sell the thing that you're selling, what's the transformation? What's the one thing that you're actually selling for your clients? I see Sarah on the screen first. Sarah, do you want to share? If I said yes to you, right? Just like if you said yes to me, you become an anywhere entrepreneur. That's it. It's very simple, right? And what does that mean to you to become an anywhere entrepreneur? To be able to deliver your message, share your expertise, do what you love, and doing it from an impact in people's lives, but doing it from anywhere in the world. And that's why, when people ask me, what is it that I help my clients become anywhere entrepreneurs. So what do you do? If I ask you, who do you help? And what result do you help them achieve?
I would hope to get parents from traditional parenting styles to move towards more respectful and Islamic focused parenting style, so that they can
Okay.
build a better connection with their children.
Okay. Okay. So the transformation of that would be what? What happens when that happens?
They would have a deeper connection with their children. They would have a more stable marriage, because parenting is one of the major issues why the conflicts happen in marriages. They would, primarily for moms, they would not feel so lost and as a failure as moms, because when they don't have that connection and when they don't know what they're doing, they feel like failures.
Okay. Okay. And when connection happens, what happens? What's the transformation there? If that's a result, right? Connection is a result. So if
Mhm.
the connection happens, what happens?
Um,
What's the dynamic of that family, right? At the dinner table. What's the energy around that? What is the image, right, of that family at the dinner table if that result actually happened, the connection happened?
um, they're more in sync. They feel more. There's more understanding. There's more love. There is
There's
more.
more love. Okay, I love that. Love. Okay, and then what's an
Um, I don't know. I feel like I haven't thought this through yet.
Yeah, I think it's more something like if there's connection, what the two words that come to my mind, Sarah, is that you really help parents. Um, you help parents. Um, you help parents become parents that their children actually respect and love. I help parents become parents that your children actually respect and love, right? Because those are both things. As far as humans, we want that, right? I was raised by my parents to be very respectful of my superiors, to be not only just of them, but to be respectful of my superiors, my teachers, policemen, firemen, doctors, right? These are superiors. They always taught me that. Why? Because my parents earned the respect as well as parents. They didn't tell me all the time what to do. They were actually examples of what respect looked like. So I totally respected my parents, and the connection was there, just like you said, right? And thus I also love my parents. That is if I'm a parent, if I look at the transformation, my parents achieve what you are trying to help parents achieve, right? And our family was a very deep connected family, very loving family, right? And we were always constantly together. Our dinners and all that stuff were amazing, right? Because I didn't respect them just because they're parents. They were parents who actually earned respect, right? From me. And same thing with love. It's not like I was automatically should love my parents, but they earned that love as well, right? So that is the transformation. If they achieve that, that's ultimately a fulfillment, right? What they're looking for as parents. Yeah, I think you help parents become parents that their children actually respect and love, right? Make sense? Okay. What about you, Brandy Joe? Any questions, Sarah? Any questions for me? What's a transformation so that we can get away from transaction here? Because when you sell your thing and you focus mainly on transaction, I'm not saying that you won't be successful or you won't be profitable, but if you're a very transaction driven company, just like the NFL, they're profitable. But I believe that if they went back to selling transformation, they would be a lot more profitable than they are now, right? So Brandy Joe, who do you help and what result do you help your clients achieve?
There we go. I think I got the audio working. So
There
working
you
now?
go. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you would definitely put me on the spot. I had trouble getting on, so I'm trying to get all of the things going so that I can participate fully. Would you be willing to
Yes.
come back to me?
Yeah, we can come back
Okay.
to you.
Perfect.
Even
Perfect.
if we didn't, the key here is I think that um, I think there's either one or two words is what you really are going after. Like for me, my one word is freedom, right? And freedom could be different for everybody, but when I attach my story of why I came up with freedom and why I pursued it, right? I didn't have much freedom as a kid. I watched my parents not have much freedom most of their life. They worked really, really hard. And then even myself, when I became an entrepreneur for the first 12 or 13 years of my entrepreneurship career, I didn't have freedom as well. I felt like I was working for my business instead of it working for me. And I felt like I was a slave. So in the last 6 years, me being able to achieve where I can live, work, earn from anywhere, that's why I created it into an offer because I felt like, wow, I have this freedom, right? That I'm doing. I have become an anywhere entrepreneur. So why not create an offer? And that's what I sell. If somebody is wants to extract what they know and love into an offer and to become an anywhere entrepreneur is what I call our clients, right? Anywhere entrepreneurs, then I'm the right guy because I've been able to achieve it. And that's the transformation that I help people achieve. So when they become an anywhere entrepreneur, what is the transformation, right? I believe it's freedom, the freedom to live, to work, to earn, to go where they want, when they want, stay as long as they want, bring as many people as they can. And there's got to be a story behind that of why you created that. You know what I mean? So yeah, very cool. Thank you very much. But the ultimate, right? So now let's really talk about, what is it you really sell? But then now let's talk about, the method you use to sell, right? There's automation, there's one-to-one, there's one-to-many, but everything is all based on the foundation of it all is the AIDA model, right? If you don't know what the AIDA model is, it's awareness, which is there's 4 stages of your funnel. The first stage is awareness, right? This is you capture the attention of your prospects, right? Getting them to see you. And I'm just going to use a human, personal relationship, right? Awareness is basically getting people to a hello, right? To get people, this is the hello stage, right? That's awareness, okay? And then once whatever you share with people and it connects with them, there you have people at hello. Then the second stage, which is getting them from seeing you to knowing you, which is now awareness and interest. And interest is getting your prospects aware of your brand and at this point, they have a slight interest in your offering. So you're basically taking your clients through a journey with you of hello to first date, right? Taking them on a first date, giving them something, right? A value like a lead magnet or a community, right? Something like that, okay? And then the goal is to get them from interest to decision, right? Stage 3, decision is your prospects are serious about making a decision, but not sure about whether to choose you or not, right? So this is where you then ask them, just like taking them from knowing you to liking you, first date to second date, right? Hopefully you did the first date right so that they would want to go on a second date with you. And the second date is where we're going to spend time today talking about automation, one-to-one, one-to-many, because the second date, right? Stage 3 is where then you can put yourself in a position to make your offer, right? To ask them to enter into a relationship, okay? Because I believe that one of the things that the 3 things that kill dreams more than anything is that people don't there's a self-worth issue that we have in our society, right? People are not feel like they're not worthy, right? And when people are not feeling they're not worthy, there's self-doubt, and self-doubt is basically they hold themselves back from creating their offer, right? From stepping into their greatness to pursuing their dream, right? When people have self-doubt. And but once you get past the self-doubt, the second thing that kills dreams more than anything is people don't create offers, right? Either they just don't create offers, they don't have clarity in what they've actually mastered, right? Which is their knowledge and what they love, or they just don't know how to create offers. Okay. And even if people have offers, I believe the third thing that kills dreams more than anything is people don't put themselves in a position enough to actually make offers. If I looked back at clients, one thing I look at is, okay, you want to make a certain amount of income every single month, for example, right? Let's say $10,000 a month, and then I go and ask how many clients does it take to get 10,000. Somebody has a $5,000 offer, that means that they just have to acquire 2 clients, and right? And then I ask them, what did you do to be in front of clients? So let's assume that your closing percentage is 25%, or let's call it 20%. Well, that means that you have to be in front of 10 people. You have to have made 10 offers in order to get those 2 clients. So did you make 10 offers? And most of the time I hear no's, right? So that's why I know that the third thing that kills dreams more than anything is people don't put themselves in a position to make offers, right? So where do you make offers? Automated, one-to-one, or one-to-many, right? And we will start with the very first one first, right? Again, this is the third stage of your funnel. They're on the second date, so you've done it correctly, right? You've done stage 1, 2 correctly, right? Whatever you shared with them, they saw you, they're at hello, there's connection. Second stage, you gave them something, you asked them for a first date, and they actually took action, and they actually like your thing, they like your first date, right? They like your community, they like your lead magnet, right? Whatever you gave them, they like it. So now you're asking them on a second date, right? And the second date could be automation, one-to-one, or one-to-many. Okay, so we'll start with automation first. So if you give people something, you've already built a list, right? You already have their information. They already have their name, their email, most likely, and even sometimes you have their phone number. So now you're going to ask them on the second date, right? You want to get them to get to liking you. And one of the ways to do it is automation, right? Automated. So how do you do that? If you already have the list, you have the information, then you can invite them directly right to a sales page, right? One of the ways that you can automate your sales is sending traffic, your audience, right to a long form sales page, right? Where they're reading what your offer is, what the problem you solve, who it's for, the payoff, right? If you have any type of guarantees, any type of money back guarantees, or even a result guarantee, it's all here, right? Who you are, what you do, why you're doing it, how how did you become to create this offer, right? You're taking them right to a sales page, long form. That's one way to automate your business, your offer. The second is VSL, right? Sending traffic to your VSL where they're watching some type of a video of yours. And just like the framework that I've given you guys many times is, they know the payoff, they know the person who this VSL is for, they know the problem that you solve, they know who you are, they know the processes. Now you're sharing all your processes and your frameworks to actually share with them how to solve that problem. All of those things, right? You future pace them with the possibilities. So one of the ways to automate your sales is to a VSL. The third is to an auto webinar, right? Where they come in and essentially give you their information first, and then it takes them to a webinar where they can actually watch the webinar. The VSL is a little bit different. The VSL, they actually watch it first before they give you their information, right? The automated webinar is you're asking for the information first before they come and watch your webinar, right? So that's one method of automating it. And then facilitated events. This is something that is, I have, I'm actually structuring my business to do as well, where, for example, one of my friends, he's an Inner Circle member, and he spends about $147,000 a day, $147,000 a day on ads, okay? And he drives traffic to a challenge, and he's running a weekly challenge. And what I found is, I'm like, how do you run weekly? You're running a 5-day challenge. Like, you're running a 5-day challenge every single week. He goes, yep, but he's really not. What he did was he's running facilitated events. So he runs ads, $147,000 a day on ads, and the traffic goes, they register for a challenge. They show up on a Monday for the challenge, for a 5-day challenge, but he's actually not running it. He's got his employees or some of his coaches running it, and they basically, it's a facilitated event. So there's a portion of it's live. It's a hybrid event. So they get the live person first, and then when they actually go into the content, they just play his videos that he's already ran a previous challenge on before. So they're just playing his videos, and then they'll stop the video, and then they'll open up for Q&As or any type of workshopping or any type of breakout rooms. And then they go into the next thing, and they play his video as well. And so they do this 5 days a week. So you can automate your business that way as well. You can record it one time and have your employees or have some coaches or students that are within your community actually run facilitated events. That's one way to automate your sales. And the last one is mini courses. So you can actually create mini courses and give them away either for free, right? Or you can actually sell mini courses for a very, very low ticket, where when people buy it or watch that mini course that you give them, that mini course can actually make your offer for you, right? So those are the 5 ways to actually automate your sales. Okay. Anybody have any questions about either one of those? How to automate your sales? Anybody doing any of those right now? Or thinking about either one of those? Or if you're thinking about one of them and you're like, oh, I don't know how to do that one, I like that one, we can have that discussion as well.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I am doing what you said yesterday about the mini course stuff. I think that's really smart. I actually went on ChatGPT today and I listened to what you were saying at the very end. I thought that was, to create even more mini course. I think that's the best mini courses. That way they're in your system. Yeah. And then because my course is on GHL, and just giving them the first month. So I actually got to work on it and just make sure it's refined for the first month because I haven't even uploaded it because nobody's bought
Yeah.
yet, so I haven't uploaded it. So sorry, that's my baby playing with the lights. But yeah, I want to do another mini course too. And I did do the Zoom. So I was thinking of seeing if there's anything in there I can just throw together because I was thinking about it when I was driving today. And I like what you said about, even though my course is all pre-recorded,
Sure.
and I don't really like doing the webinars. I do think there is something to be said about doing the lives. The energy really is different. Like right now,
Correct.
there's so much
Yeah.
energy. So I think doing the live webinars and turning that into a free webinar is, I like that. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. And then, when we talked about message and market fit, right? I've talked to you guys about like messaging to the person, messaging to the process, messaging to their pain and problems. So a lot of your mini courses could be mini courses in your niche according to that, right? So one mini course could be just targeting whoever you have chosen to work with, right? So for me, I can create a mini courses on just targeting coaches and consultants and course creators, and that's a mini course for them. But then I could also talk about I created a separate mini course that talks about my process, right? The process of getting seen, known, liked, and trusted. So all those mini courses are all message market fit because I can create a ton of them and actually just basically deploy them, right? They become my very best salespeople that runs 24 hours, 7 days a week and doesn't complain. You know what I mean? Right. And I could just drive traffic to them and let those mini courses sell for me, whatever. And when I say sell for me, it doesn't necessarily mean that I make an offer for some people to buy something. It could be sending them to a one-on-one call, right? Or send them to a webinar, or send them to, to buy a ticket to our challenge, things like that. Yeah, 100%. I think mini courses are one of the best ways to automate your sales process. 100%.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. And what do you guys think about facilitated events? Right. And facilitated events are something that you will grow into, right? It's one of the things that I am actually structuring right now in our business as well, as I'm getting ready to spend quite a bit of money on ads myself to bring people into our program. One of the things that I am actually going to do is connect with some of you guys that I feel are great coaches that I can bring in, right, and do a revenue share with you guys where I might drive traffic like my friend's doing to a 3-day challenge where it's going to be every single week we run a 3-day challenge, and some of you guys will facilitate it, right? And then all you're doing is how you be involved is become a certified coach to actually be able to coach them on that subject, and the content that's being trained is actually content that I've already ran before. All you're doing is hitting play, and then they're watching me, right? And you're the one actually managing the Zoom room as well as doing the coaching, all of that stuff, right? So that's one of the things that I'm doing as well. So we can have facilitate events where we can run an event every single week. Yeah, so it's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, very good. So those are the 5 ways. So again, I just want to go back to them again real quick, right? So you have your, long form sales page, driving traffic to. Second is your VSL. Third is an auto webinar, right? Fourth is your facilitated events. And then obviously fifth is your mini courses. So all of those will give you options to automate your sales process, right? To make an offer or to qualify your audience to the next level. So those are the 5 ways. Okay. So now let's talk about one-to-one, right? And if you're going to do one-to-one, there's 2 options. First option is sending them to an application page first, right? To qualify them, right? So if they're watching, let's say a mini course even, or one of your VSLs or one of your auto webinars, and that is used to filter in or pull in those that are your ideal clients and push those away, then if your call to action, one of the call to actions could be, hey, if you want to schedule a one-on-one, fill out this application. We're going to look at it. We're going to qualify you to see if you're the right fit, and then reach out to you to schedule a call, right? So they're requesting a call with you. They can't schedule yet. They just fill out this application first. So this way you as a coach can figure out if they're the right fit, and then reach out to them to schedule a call, right? And then obviously, or having them, people go directly to a calendar page for you. I don't mind this as well. One of the things that I've changed with a lot of our clients, like real estate agents, insurance agents, even coaches, that sell one-to-one, one of the things that I've done is do two things. One is putting an accelerate, some type of a video before they can book a call. And then the second thing is putting an application before they have to fill out the application. Then they go to a calendar, right? Because some coaches used to drive traffic right to a calendar, like to do a discovery call, a strategy call. And what they were finding out is that most of the people are scheduling, but then they will they will get a very low show rate, right? Sometimes, as low as like 15%, 20% would actually show. So the filtration, the process that actually goes in the right audience is that video first, and then an application to determine if they're a good fit, right? And how do you know they're a good fit? When they answer the question, they're very detailed, right, in answering their questions. They're not just putting one-liner stuff, right, with few words. They're literally almost writing a novel, right? And then they go to a calendar to book a call. Okay. And one of the platforms that I love, obviously, to do this with is Calendly. It's one of the most simplest ones, because when people book a call, you can set up text and email sequences, both confirmation and reminder text and emails after people schedule a call with you. Okay, so one-on-one, is there anybody who has a sales process that you're actually wanting to do? You need to do one-on-one calls for your offer, where you're going to make your offer. Okay, Michaela, you are okay. Unmute yourself. For what price point?
Yeah, so I want to do the same, the 25 for 6 months, 25K for 6 months. But my question was, after you do because you know what gets me coming to these over and over is when I get Kent's little text messages and I'm like, oh yeah, I have that today, So I think the texting is the number one, because the emails get flooded. And I know I have it in my calendar, but sometimes like I have a baby, So when I get the text, I'm like, oh, okay, it's coming up right now. So what are you texting after these one-to-one calls? If like they don't buy, are they ready to buy, or what exactly are you texting them after as well?
Yeah, so if you set up if you use Calendly, for example, as a platform, you don't even have to manually do it. It can be all done automated, right? So for example, if your audience already has watched your video, and if your sales process is a one-on-one, you can put an application, make sure that they fill out an application first. And like I said, you'll really find out not only just who they are, but how serious they are based on their answers, right? And after they fill out the application, you take them to Calendly, and then you allow them to book a call with you. And then in Calendly itself, you can set up an automated response. So for example, we set up a confirmation email and text immediately. So as soon as they hit submit, after they fill in their questions and select the date, they actually get a confirmation text and email immediately. And then what we do is we set up a 7-day reminder, right? So our longest call is 7 days, or our longest event is 7 days. So they'll get like a 7-day reminder, email and text, a 5-day reminder, email and text, a 3-day reminder, email and text, a 1-day reminder, email and text, and then a 1 hour, right? So that's what we do. Make sense?
But for the call, what if it's just like they book it on Monday for like Thursday?
Yeah, and then you can set it up that same way, right? They'll get like a 3-day reminder,
Okay.
right? They'll get a confirmation, and then they'll get a 3-day, then they'll get a 1-day, and then they'll get a 1 hour.
Gotcha. Okay.
100%. Okay. So that's why I love Calendly. It's because all of that is in its system, right? As well.
But what are you saying after this one-to-one, like high ticket coaching call? Like what exactly are you even like, hey, are you ready? Like what are you?
Well, remember the if you're gonna do the one-on-one call, I sent you guys, or if you have not gotten it yet, make sure that you get it from Kent. But there's 10 questions that I actually asked him.
Yeah, I got
Right.
that.
Yeah, I asked, literally like what result what outcome they want, what they're currently doing to get the outcome, all of that stuff. Those questions are basically what the call is all about. It really is, right? And you basically go into grave detail and really more emotionally attached based on their answers, and then obviously position yourself as the solution, right, for that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Oh no, I meant after the call. Like You're saying it texts them after, like if they haven't purchased yet, you're one-to-one. Like what are you doing to reel them back in or contact them again? Like how are you, like that's what I meant. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if you already made your offer and they haven't purchased, yeah, a couple things you can actually do another follow-up to do another call, right? To ask that same question, kind of like what I asked. If somebody hasn't purchased from me, I'll ask, right? Well, you didn't say yes, so you're either a no or a maybe because you haven't said yes, right? And then
Uh-huh.
I would ask him. I literally would ask him what, why didn't you say yes, or you're at a maybe, and then most importantly, what would make you say yes? Right? So I would do a follow-up call, especially if it's a high ticket like that. I definitely would do a follow-up call. Now, the second thing you do, now you have a list, right? That doesn't mean that they doesn't right now, it doesn't mean that they won't buy, especially if you already made the offer. You have to nurture the list, right? So if you have things come up, you have more webinars, you have more web classes, you have recorded courses come out, that this is where you then email them those things so that you can invite them to your webinars. You can have them watch some of your new mini courses, things like that. And sometimes I've had people 6, 7 months later, they're like, hey, thanks for continuously touching me. Thanks for continuously emailing this. And now I'm here, I'm ready to buy. Right. And it's like sometimes it takes that long, right?
Okay.
People are just going to show up for themselves, at different times for different reasons. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
All right. And then the other way to sell is obviously one to many, right? One to many is three things. One is you have your webinars, your live webinars, right? Just like I'm running a live live webinar every single week, right? And have a topic. So that's one way of doing it. The second is you have your live challenges. What's up, buddy? You have your live challenges, right? So 3-day challenge, 5-day challenge, 7-day challenge. Some people do 30-day challenge. I'm actually going to roll out a 30-day challenge as well, where I'm going to do a low ticket, and I'm literally gonna like a $497 ticket, and I'm gonna walk people through 30 days. I'm gonna work with them for 30 days straight, for 2 hours a day, right? To literally take them from I want to launch to having everything built out, their sales process, their marketing, their offer, all their frameworks, their names, their titles, all of that stuff, right? So that's one way of doing one-to-many selling. And then after the challenge, you make the offer, right? Just like after the webinar, you make an offer. And then live events, right? Live events are, 4-hour immersions or workshops, 2-day workshops, 1-day immersions, right? 2-day, events, things like that. Those are the three ways to do one to many selling, right? So, where you're going to make your offer, Brandy, your particular offer, are you planning on doing a one to many type selling model?
Yes, it's definitely going to be inside community.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
um, yeah, 100%. And I think that's because I really want to be able to choose who
Who to,
who
who to work with?
who to work with, and um, I have a couple different ideas around longevity and founding members and something really special for the people who want to get in the beginning, because I know once they have helped me completely craft it to work,
Hmm.
I want to be able to, I know that I'm going to increase what the price point is. So
Hmm.
it's not even a question of that. It's more about, hey, this is going to be epic, and if you want to get in now at this
Yeah.
price point, that way then the nurturing piece can happen, and it's all specific to community anyway. And it's not going to be just me. It's they will actually be participating in it in such a way that it's going to be
Yeah.
great. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. It's just I've got a few other things that I'm doing right now to
Very
get
cool
ready for the
for that.
YouTube part. So
Yeah. So with these three ways of selling, right? Automated, one-to-one, one-to-many. Again, my suggestion for you is pick one, right? So I'll use my wife as an example. She's going on, this will be her fourth, this is her going on, she's going to be going on about 4 years and 1 month now with her business. And she's built it to an eight-figure business in 4 years. Now, her sales process has always been one-to-one, always one-to-one, right? And the way she actually did it, one-to-one, was she would have people just book on her calendar, and she, at the very beginning, probably about the first 3 years, she was the one actually majority of it doing the sales calls. This last year, just a little bit over a year, she actually had a sales team. She trained a sales team to actually do most of her sales calls. About 90% of her sales calls are actually done by her sales team, not even her anymore, right? So, but her sales process is always one-to-one. Okay. So this year, I'm actually literally after Funnel Hack Live here, I'm going to get involved to help her create an automated sales process where we're going to do a VSL or mini course and then make an offer. We're going to make $1,000 offer. And that course is going to show people how to hire their VA within 24 hours, right? How to hire your VA in 24 hours. So that's going to be a course as a standalone. So we will do automated selling. And the cool part is, after they learn about how to hire their VA in 24 hours, inside of that course itself that we sold them, one of the call to action is to book a call. If they decide that trying to do it on their own is not their thing and they want us to do it for them, they have that option, right? So, we sold them, and then we're also qualifying them to see if they want to move towards a done for you side. So that's automated. So we're adding that. And then the one-to-many we're also going to do as well, where we're going to launch in March here. We're going to launch a business workshop to show people how to grow and scale their business with VAs. And we're going to take them through a most likely like a 2-day workshop, and then make a high ticket offer to include business coaching and virtual assistants as part of the package, right? Like finding them 5 VAs and helping them grow and scale their business. And that we're looking for a certain client there, right? We're looking for a client that's already doing $500,000 a year, and they're looking to grow to 7 figures is what we are targeting. So we're going to do one-to-many selling that way as well. So I share those examples with you guys is because whether it's automated selling, one-to-one or one-to-many selling, it all works. Just choose one and go with it. And then eventually for you, when you want to grow and start generating more impact and more income, then you add those 2 types of selling. Make sense? So as I share all of this with you guys, I don't want you to get overwhelmed and say, oh my God, I got to do it all. And I got to do it all now. It's not. It's just, it's there. So these are things that you can do, but you don't necessarily have to do them all at one time. Make sense? Okay. Very cool. Hey, Herb, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great. I am great.
You glad to be back home?
I am glad to be back in the US, but I'm actually not home yet. Home. I'm still in Vegas right now. And I'm actually decided we're gonna stay here for another 3 weeks after, just to do some work instead of going home, and kind of live life a little bit before we actually go back to Dallas in March. So
You attending Funnel Hacking Live?
yeah, I am here right now. I'm here right now. I'm
Yeah.
on the second floor as people are out there on the first floor screaming and yelling over there.
Are you and your wife gonna get another 2 comic
Yeah.
book?
Well,
Awesome.
multiple of them actually.
Awesome.
You'll see the pictures after Funnel Hack Live.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Cool. All right. So all of this, right? This automated selling, one-to-one selling, one-to-many selling, all of it leads to making offers. That's what it is, right? You're going from second date to relationship. That's what you're doing, right? The second date is where you done your job, you done what you were supposed to do. You have them there. They're watching your automated thing. It's making offer. They're watching. They're live one-to-one. They're live one-to-many. That's a second date. And now, since they're on that second date, is where you then pop the question, right? Just like, my wife, right? We went on a second date, and I felt like she was the right fit for me. And after a few months, actually, of courting and her and spending time with her, I felt she was the one. And that's where I asked her to take action, right? I asked her to be in a relationship with me, right? All of this is designed for you to be in front of your client so that you can make your offer, okay? Just like this, right? So for those of you, only spend a couple minutes on this, but I do this so that I can be in front of you to share with you my offer, right? Which is our laptop lifestyle coaching and mastermind program, right? And that's all it is. I love creating anywhere entrepreneurs. I love helping people be able to live the laptop lifestyle. And my passion is to get you to the point of whatever freedom looks like to you so that you too can live and work and earn from anywhere, right? And the goal here is to show you how to craft offers, low ticket offers, mid ticket offers, high ticket offers, whether it be DIY done with you or done for you offers. And ultimately, my goal is to help you craft a $5,000 high ticket offer, and then $1,000 mid ticket offer, and at least a $97 low ticket, right? So that's the point of our laptop lifestyle coaching and mastermind program. And it's designed to do this, right? This is our framework. This is how, if you want to live the laptop lifestyle, right? This is laptop lifestyle living framework. This is 5 areas. If you want to live, work, earn from it, and you're not doing it, it's either one of these areas. It's either your niche, right? You haven't really clearly identified who is your ideal client. This is the who, right? This is the market you want to serve in the audience. The second is your why, which is your message, right? Storytelling, show you how to craft your message and messaging, make sure that it's clear that your ideal clients understand. Third, it's either your offers, right? Your low ticket, your free offers, your mid ticket, your high ticket offers. This is your value, right? And then this is your what? This is all your free to high ticket solutions. Fourth is your sales. This is conversions. This is essentially where and when you make offers, automated one-to-one and one-to-many selling. And then the fifth area is marketing, traffic, which is your how. How are you going to get in front of your ideal clients, right? Both organic outreach as well as to paid, right? So this is our coaching and mastermind is about these 5 areas. And if we can help you master these 5 areas, without a doubt, you will be able to live a lifestyle. Okay, so